Today on Larry King Now, one of hip-hop's most successful artists, Flo Rida. Are you surprised at your success?
Man, I feel like I'm dreaming.
On his new single, G.D.F.R. Your newest single, G.D.F.R., what does it stand for?
Going down for real. Anywhere I'm at, I'm the life of the party. I go to a party, the fans expect me to turn up, and I definitely make everything go down for real.
On the current state of hip-hop.
It's at a great space right now. A lot of the artists are venturing out and doing collaborations that, normally wouldn't even happen.
Plus, all right, I'm going to read a few lyrics from one of your hits, Whistle.
Uh-oh.
And then, okay, I'll read it, so I'll get the blame. Can you blow my whistle, baby, let me know. Girl, I'm going to show you how to do it as we start real slow. You put your lips together and you come real close. Can you blow my whistle, baby, here we go. So all next on Larry King Now. Welcome to Larry King Now. Our guest is Flo Rida, and that means Florida. Grammy, Billboard, and American Music Award nominee with record-breaking multi-platinum singles such as Right Round, Low, Club Can't Handle Me, Good Feelin', and Whistle. He's the creator of the lifestyle collection, Life of the Party, and his newest chart-topping single, G.D.F.R., featuring Sage, the Gemini, and Lucas, is set to be the soundtrack for ESPN's coverage of the 2014-2015 NBA season. He grew up in Miami, a place I spent a lot of time with. Were you always want to be a singer?
Always, ever since I was a little kid. Grew up in a family where, was definitely inspired by my dad, who plays, numerous amounts of instruments. He sings. My sisters, I have like 7 sisters. About 5 of them started a gospel group early on, and that definitely was very influential to my career.
You lived in a rough area, though, right?
Yes, Carroll City.
Carroll City.
Dade County, 305.
Yeah. Your newest single, G.D.F.R., what does it stand for?
Going down for real. Anywhere I'm at, I'm the life of the party. And, just having the success, having the records that definitely speak for themselves. I go to a party, the fans expect me to turn up, and I definitely make everything go down for real.
So this is an autobiographical song?
Yeah, most definitely.
This is about your life?
My life.
Are you good at predicting hits? Do you know if something's going to work?
Yes, a lot of times if I create a record and I run around singing the melodies as well as my colleagues, then I know we got something big on our hands.
And it's worked out right?
Always worked out right. A lot of times, I might have like my A&R staff or, the guys around me, just from having previous hits, we'll tell ourselves like, oh, you know what? We having that same feeling as, prior to before.
Now, you're working on your 5th album. When's that going to be released?
5th album, I look forward to dropping that at the top of the year. So far, we released the record Going Down for Real. Shout out to my boy, Pitbull, Mr. 305 himself. We released the Can't Believe It record, which was definitely interesting. We released the How I Feel record, which we shot the video in Vegas, and I actually lived in Vegas for like 2 years, so it was very monumental, and I got a chance to reflect on me working at the MGM Grand. I remember working in the back, just taking old silverware and recycling it, having to dig through the trash. So,
really?
I mean, definitely.
Wow.
Those are the 3 singles that we released so far. But I'm very excited because I got a chance to work with Robin Thicke, who's on the album, and we got quite a few more interesting surprises.
Where'd you get those beautiful glasses?
Oh, I got them on South Beach. Just hanging out, at Mango's. It's actually an eyewear store right next door. And I was just like, man, if I'm doing the Larry King, I definitely have to make sure we go down for real.
People didn't go to South Beach. So how do you define your style? Are you pop? Are you hip hop? What is Flo Rida?
I mean, it's a gumbo of all of those. Just growing up in Miami, Florida, as we know, it's a place where a lot of tourists like to go. It's definitely close to a lot of the islands, whether it's Jamaica, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. Just having that influence definitely has made me where, when it comes down to the production, I get a chance to, put down different flows and different variations of being around all those different types of cultures definitely has played a part in making me international.
You do any reggae?
I look forward to it. You know what? When I was creating the Whistle record, which, definitely got to thank the fans for helping make that a #1 record, it has this little reggae feel to it.
When you perform, you want people to dance?
Always want people to dance. You know, if they're just sitting down and relaxing, like a lot of times I do private gigs and some of the people are very laid back, but if I'm throwing a party and no one gets up and get up and dance, you know, I feel like, you know, I haven't done my job.
You've had a lot of crossover hits, I'm told, right, in pop and the dance world, right?
Yes.
Rap now is universal, isn't it?
Yes.
How do you answer critics that say you are not hip-hop enough?
Well, you know, to each his own. You know, with being very successful, you know, it's one thing for me to enjoy, you know, creating the music in the studio and everything like that. But, you know, it's even deeper the fact that I can make this big financial growth turn into something that where I can have different charities. Like I have the FYFL, the Football League. I think about that. I don't think about, you know, the naysayers and people who talk about what's not good enough.
In other words, you just do the music you
Yes.
do, right? As what Keith Caulfield of Billboard said, a lot of people consider artists like Flo Rida to be crossing genres. He's a rapper, but at the same time, he's been more embraced by pop audiences and had way more radio airplay on top 40 stations. Is that true?
Yes.
How do you account for that?
I mean, you know, just being inspired by, you know, everything musically. You know, going back to Run DMC, even Hometown, Two Live Crew, you know, going to listening to, I'm a person that loves listening to Jimi Hendrix, listening to, you know, Marvin Gaye, Michael Jackson. And when I go in the studio, whatever comes out, but it's definitely rooted by hip-hop.
You record in Miami?
Yes, I record in Miami as well as L.A. Or if I'm traveling around the world in a hotel room.
What do you think of some of the newer artists, Kendrick Lamar?
Oh man, definitely a favorite. He's definitely one of my favorite artists. He's definitely one of those guys who I look forward to being a legend in the game because he's behind, you know, Dr. Dre. He's around great artists that definitely influenced me as well.
Gonna work with him?
I look forward to working with him. Hey.
What about Kid Ink?
Kid Ink, definitely.
Iggy Azalea.
Iggy, I definitely love, you know, the fact that, you know, she's an Australian artist, you know, who's got a chance to cross over into the American market is huge.
And Big Sean.
Oh, Big Sean, definitely. I got a chance to club and party with him once, and definitely, man, those guys right there, great lyricists, you know, definitely people who get the party going.
What was your first hit?
My first hit was Low, featuring T-Pain. Definitely, I recall, you know, just going in the studio, I put down that record in about an hour's time, and you know, living in Miami, Florida, and getting a chance to travel around the world. I mean, you name it, the Philippines, Russia, Japan, Korea, everywhere, you know. I tell my artists that I have now, I started a new label, IMG, and I tell my artists all the time.
Are you part of the IMG group?
International Music Group.
We'll talk about Flo Rida's connection to the 2014-2015 NBA season, which is underway next. We're back with one of the big stars in the world of music, Flo Rida. His new single, G.D.F.R, is going to be featured as the soundtrack for ESPN's NBA coverage this year. How did that come about?
Well, you know, a lot of times I've had my songs placed in movies and things like that, but this song, Going Down for Real, is definitely something that will get the fans going as well as the players. Anytime they play any slam dunking, anything like that, it goes down for real.
So are they going to play it on ESPN at the beginning of games or pre-game shows?
Well, I actually got a chance to go to preseason Heat game, and they're playing it, you know, throughout the game. I see it on television right now, so the fans will definitely get a chance to witness that song. You
sad about LeBron leaving?
Oh, man, you know, I hated the fact that he left, but, you know, definitely, I mean, someone who, you know, who had become a professional in his hometown, you know, to leave, you know, definitely it's a great thing for him to go back as well, you know, to go where he started at.
They're not mad at him in Miami, are they? Don't they understand that? A little mad.
We have to appreciate the fact that we had great success with him. So, you know, the fact that he's going home, you know, let the man, you know, make his own choice.
How's the Heat going to do this year?
Oh, we're going to do perfect. Definitely, man. You know, I'm a Heat fan till I die.
ESPN put out the annual list of the top 40 basketball players, and Kobe Bryant was listed at number 40. It's crazy, huh?
That is crazy.
You have collaborated with a lot of great artists. How do collaborations start? How does that work out? You call them, they call, well, how does it work out?
I mean, it goes vice versa. You know, I'm a fan of a lot of the artists that I've got a chance to work with. You know, sometimes they'll reach out to me and vice versa.
What makes a great collaboration?
Great collaboration, you know, I think just coming up with something that has a great melody. I mean, something that, you know, sometimes the punchlines that, you know, really sticks in your head. And, you know, if I have big fans and they have big fans, it definitely makes well for a hit record.
But sometimes it may not work, right?
Sometimes it don't work, but I've been successful.
You've been lucky with it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to read a few lyrics from one of your hits, Whistle.
Uh-oh.
And then, okay, I'll read it, so I'll get the
Okay.
blame. Can you blow my whistle, baby, let me know. Girl, I'm going to show you how to do it as we start real slow. You put your lips together and you come real close. Can you blow my whistle, baby, here we go. That is about oral sex, is it not?
Not at all. You know, normally I wear my diamond whistle chain, and I'm just talking about a whistle chain.
Just a whistle chain, I get it.
Yeah.
Do you ever get criticized for using overly sexually explicit lyrics?
Honestly, I never do. Not at all. You know, I think the fact that, you know, I'm a person who's very positive, don't have a lot of negativity running around myself. And, you know, when you look at the lyrics, it's mostly like positive.
Do a lot of hip-hop music put down women?
I don't think so.
No, I'm new to it, so you got to tell me.
No, I don't think so.
What is the current state of hip-hop?
The current state of hip-hop is at a great space right now. A lot of the artists are venturing out and doing collaborations that, you know, normally wouldn't even happen. You know, like mixing EDM music with hip-hop, you know, mixing jazz with hip-hop, you know, mixing R&B.
So it's a whole new world out there, right?
It's a whole new world, but we definitely just trying to keep it going.
Tell me about you've been called the master of digital downloads. Explain that to me, and how does the success work?
Well, you know, after having, you know, sold 80 million records, I mean, you couldn't help but call me the master of it. And it just goes to show that me being in the studio, sometimes 2 and 3 days without changing clothes and just so inspired, I mean, it pays off. Hard work pays off.
Can you have success without digital today?
I think you definitely can have success without digital. It's just all about, you know, branding yourself, marketing yourself. I mean, starting out at Po' Boy Music Group, that's what we're all about.
Has it taken the place of albums?
I think it goes hand in hand, you know. It definitely, you can, right now, I mean, with my success, I think, you know, it goes hand in hand.
How many concerts you do a year?
Well, I'm a guy who, I think, wow, hundreds.
Oh, you're working a lot?
Yes.
Do you and you still love the studio and you love audiences?
I love the audience, I love the studio, I love, you know, the fact that, you know, I started a label to inspire other artists and watch them have as much success as myself.
Do you work in Miami a lot, in front of people?
I love being in Miami, but, you know, I'm always traveling around the world, so sometimes, like I said, I have to record in hotel rooms. I come out to L.A. to record most of my stuff.
Are you famous outside of the United States?
Very famous outside the United States. Having been in the game for about 8 years and always topping the charts, I mean, you go and you look at the European charts and you see me #1 like in every spot.
Are you surprised at your success?
Man, I feel like I'm dreaming. I recall, you know, watching the Jay-Z's, watching the Biggies, the Tupacs, and just saying, man, I wish I can do this, but some of the things that I've done has surpassed them, you know, not to knock them, but, I mean, I know that I'm blessed.
So you pinch yourself.
Yes, I have to.
You got to say, part luck too, isn't it? I mean, you got to have talent.
Yes.
But luck's a part of it.
Definitely.
Right place, right time.
Right place, right time, and always listening and being humble.
What do I, Larry King, have in common with Flo Rida, other than Miami? We'll find out right after this. We're back with the great Flo Rida. What do I have in common with him? Well, we both appeared on WWE Raw.
Okay.
Yeah, I went on. That was a lot of fun. You're a big wrestling man?
Big wrestling fan. I recall just being in my living room growing up as a child and all of my sisters, my mom screaming 2 o'clock in the morning watching the late shows, and, you know, that definitely got me going early on.
Now, you don't believe it's legit, do you?
Of course it's real.
Come on. Hey, Flo Rida.
You want to see me in tears?
So you think they really beat each other?
Oh, man, you know, I recall going down to Miami, and I had to bring the Rock out at the stadium, at Pro Plus Stadium, and he was backstage. I mean, I was just, he had me very, very scared because, I mean, I went from shaking his hand just as we greeted each other earlier with smiles, and all of a sudden the mean face came. When I had to bring them out, it was crazy.
They're good at that. You grew up with 7 sisters?
7 sisters, the only boy, the youngest. I have a twin sister as well.
Are you the youngest of the group?
The youngest.
All right. Did they pick on you or lovingly raise you?
They lovingly raised me. I mean, a lot of times if I did something wrong, they was the ones to hold me for my mom to give me a spanking, and I really, really didn't like that.
Your father being musical, did that affect you?
A lot. You know, a lot of times all I cared about was seeing him pick up a guitar, harmonica, and hear his great voice.
Was he a performer?
Yes, he definitely was a performer. Not just home, but, you know, out and about with his friends and things like that.
What is he doing now?
Right now, he's just retired. You know, him and my mom, and, you know, I enjoy just going over there with my nieces and nephews, and he entertains us still to this day.
Your sisters, a lot of them married?
Yes.
Are you married?
I'm not married.
Not you, Flo.
Not yet, but, you know, I look forward to it one day. Just got a lot of work and a lot of people that love me that I have to show love to.
Anybody on the list yet?
You never know. I'm out here in L.A., you know, I might meet someone.
You might.
Yeah.
Do you play an instrument?
I don't play any instruments, but...
Even though your father played all those things?
I know. I want to take some time and really try to play the guitar because I'm a big fan of that, as well as the piano.
Is music in your head all the time?
Always in my head. You know, a lot of times my friends was like, when do you ever stop and just take a break? I just feel like, you know, this is a part of me. You know, it's that extra part of me that never stops.
How did Low come about?
Well, Low came about, I recall just being in the studio. A group that I was with early on called the Groundhogs, I invited them to the studio, and in the email was the record Low. It was the chorus, and the beat was just so crazy. It reminded me of the whole hip-hop scene down in Miami, the 808s, the beats, and things like that. So I got in and recorded the record within an hour's time. I took it to a strip club and gave it to my friends, and they played it, and the girls immediately were like fighting over to dance to this record. So I knew it would be big.
So who put it out?
Actually, Atlantic Records put the record out.
Are you still with them?
Yes.
Now, tell me about this entrepreneurial spirit, this businessman approach.
Oh, yeah.
Were you always interested in that?
Definitely. I actually dropped out of the University of Las Vegas. I was taking international business management, but in doing music and having the success, you know, I felt like I would take it upon myself to be my own entrepreneur.
All right, your lifestyle line is called Life of the Party.
Yes.
We're going to show some pictures of the line. How did you get involved in housewares? What is that?
Oh, man, that's the Get Low glass.
The Get Low, is that a martini? Yes,
martini. Yeah, so I travel around the world, and when I show up to my rooms, it's always extravagant, nice barware and everything. And I thought, hey, why not have my own?
So you designed that?
Yes. And look, I'm wearing the color.
That's nice. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yes, that's when we actually got fans and everyone to come out and see, you know, the barware for the first time. Well, they can actually go to officialflow.com and, you know, get information on it. We'll definitely have that for the holidays.
And you designed it?
Yes.
How did you get interested in that? Why houseware is not clothing, right?
Not at all, but, you know, after having so many #1 records, you know, I thought, you know, instead of giving me something in a regular glass or, you know, when I'm pouring my champagne, my Billionaire's Row, you know, I wanted it in an extravagant glass and something that is affordable for everyone.
Oh, it's not high priced?
Nah.
Why do you give your phone number to fans?
Well, I did that years ago. I gave my phone number out to fans because I wanted them to know that I'm a humble guy. You know, I want to inspire others. You know, if I'm not busy, I'll even answer phone calls. You know, I'm the guy who always want the fans to know that I really appreciate them helping me be successful.
But you could run into some problems with that, right? I mean, there are some weirdos out there.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, you'll get the people who, you know, I might answer the phone and they just ask me the craziest questions, and, you know, I might not answer the phone anymore.
Was it interesting having only sisters?
Yeah, you know, I always felt like I had to be Superman. You know, even though I grew up in the projects when it was a lot of, you know, different guy friends, so I didn't have to be around them all the time. I felt like, man, I must be special. The last one, I'm the only boy, I'm a twin, I have to do something with myself. So I was the guy who always felt like I never wanted to ever get in trouble. I felt like everything had to be perfect. I felt like I had to plan this movie of success.
Flo Rida will answer your social media questions right after this. We're back with the great Flo Rida. His new record is G.D.F.R. just came out. It's going to be the featured music in the NBA on ESPN. We have some social media questions. Bryson Knox on Facebook. If you could do a duet with any singer or group, who would it be?
Oh, man. I would love to do something with Beyonce. I've got a chance to go on tour with her, but, you know, never got a chance to do a collaboration. She's someone who's definitely going to go down as a legend.
You support football teams in Miami, right?
Yes, I have my own league, FYFL. We've been doing it we have like 8,000 kids.
And you played Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, we played Snoop. Shout out to Snoop, man.
Snoop's my buddy.
He got to come play us. You know, they won a couple more games than us, but when they come to Miami, we're going to leave them down.
At Pimp Chip Tweets, is it true you release your albums to strip clubs before the public?
Oh, man, I think, you know, it's a great place to release music, you know, not just the album. You know, I definitely take my music and
Why strip clubs?
Because they listening to music all the time.
At KGM 1016, how do you stay energized every night? Does it ever get old?
It never gets old. I think, you know, I started off lifting weights when I was like 15 years old, and having so much energetic music, you know, up-tempo music, I have to make sure my cardio is up, you know, jumping around on stage. So, I mean, I get 2 for 1. I also have a Flow Fit workout program coming out during the holidays.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Do you ever not know what city you're in?
Sometimes. But I never, you know, say it on the microphone. I always get that right.
All right, we play a little game of If You Only Knew. I just throw some questions at you. Remember the first girl you kissed?
Yes.
What was her name?
Tammy.
In Miami?
Yes.
How old were you?
10.
Favorite song to perform?
I Cry.
Best part of your job?
Best part of my job is giving back to the kids.
A superpower you'd love to have?
I would love to be able to fly. A lot of times I'm in traffic, whether I'm in Miami, LA, Russia, and I just want to get to my destination very fast.
You play in Russia?
Yes.
I love Moscow.
I love it. I go there at least 4 times a year.
That's a great music, nighttime city.
Yes.
Time period you'd like to travel back to?
Wow. I think I'd love to go to the 50s.
Superman or Batman?
You can't have one without the other. I love Batman and Superman.
The movie coming out with both of them now.
Oh, I see.
Would you rather hit a home run or catch a touchdown pass?
I love to catch a touchdown pass.
What would your fans be surprised that you listen to?
They'll be surprised that I love to listen to El DeBarge, Rhythm of the Night.
Actor you'd love to work with?
I love to work with Denzel Washington.
Great guy. Aretha Franklin or Diana Ross?
You can't have one without the other. You know, definitely. I got a chance to meet Aretha Franklin most recently.
She's something.
Yeah.
Hidden talent?
Hidden talent? Oh, I think all of my playing basketball.
You good?
Very good.
Pet peeve? What bugs you?
People that don't believe in themselves.
What would your WWE name be?
Flo Rida for real.
Flo Rida for real. City with the most energy?
Miami, Florida.
Favorite current athlete?
Definitely a big fan of LeBron.
If you were not a singer, if you're not an entertainer, what would you be?
I'll definitely be an entrepreneur. I'll probably definitely be out in Silicon Valley, creating.
Well, you like all that?
Yes.
Why'd you leave the University of Las Vegas?
Because I felt like, if I wanted to go to school, I had time to go back, as I got older. But as far as doing music, I think, at that time I thought it was a young game that, I would have to give it my all, and trying to juggle the both, it was very, very hard.
Did you like living in Las Vegas?
I love it. Any place that has lights, music, and, definitely the energy of it. It was just crazy. It kind of, parallel to Miami. Miami
is special to you, right? It's home. You still live there?
Very special. Family, friends.
I don't think you live in Carol City anymore.
Don't live in Carol City, but I visit there a lot. Just doing things with the kids, the youth, and, a couple of my friends, well, a lot of my friends still stay over there.
Where do you live?
I actually stay downtown in Miami, and I have a place out west.
Downtown?
Yes.
Have they revitalized a lot of downtown?
Yes, yes.
DuPont Plaza and all of those?
Yes, and I actually decided to stay downtown because of the fact that it's right across the street from the arena, being a big fan of basketball.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes.
That's all the American Airlines
Yes.
Arena, right? That's where they play. Do you go see the Marlins play?
I get a chance to go see the Marlins play. A lot of times I perform at the games and things like that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
How about the Dolphins?
Dolphins, I performed there before. And, you know, they have this club, it's called Club Live. And if anybody knows Miami, Club Live on Sundays is crazy, but going to Live during the football game, you'll watch the game and you're partying at the same time.
Where is Club Live?
It's actually doing the club. It's in the club section of the
At
stadium.
the arena?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, man, great meeting you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
My pleasure. I want to thank my guest, Flo Rida. Be sure to download his new single, G.D.F.R. today, and look out for his upcoming 5th album. And remember, you can find me on Twitter at King's Things, and I'll see you next time.